Hi, this is Matt with LSAT Cracked. In an earlier lesson, I discussed a very powerful three-part framework that's going to help you massively improve your logical reasoning skills. Specifically, argument evaluation was the example we used. Step one, find the conclusion, right? Step one, argument or set of facts, but we focus on arguments, so we said find the conclusion. Step two, review the premises. What inference can you draw? Step three, compare those inferences to the conclusion. But what about a situation where it's actually not an argument to begin with? You're in the stimulus, question number one, argument versus set of facts, and you're in the 20% of the time where the LSAT writers have just given you a set of facts. Okay, the framework still works. Here's how you apply it. You say, okay, there's no conclusion, there's no argument to evaluate here. Instead, let me just spend a little bit more time reading these facts, making sure I truly comprehend what's being said, just like in reading comp. And then think about what we're going to do. We're going to ask step two, what inferences can we draw from that set of facts? Here's a hint. Anything with an arrow statement or an all claim or a no claim, anything that's a very strong conditional statement is much more likely to be tested in the answer choices. Because if it's an arrow statement, that means it has a contrapositive. If there are two arrow statements, it means you can link them together to form a transitive link. If there's an arrow statement and a sum or a most claim, you may be able to combine those in a transitive conclusion. So an arrow claim or an all claim should command a disproportionate attention from you, a disproportionate percentage of your mental horsepower looking at that claim. It's more important than the other claims. So anyway, that's step two. Review the premises and ask, hey, if all of these are true, what type of reasonable inference can I make? Another way of asking yourself that is, if everything I just read is true, what's a reasonable type of conclusion that I could draw if I wanted to convert this into an argument? Step three, question stem dependent, but most of the time when you're dealing with a set of facts, the question stem is pretty obvious. They're going to give you an inference family question stem. It's either going to be a must be true question stem or a most strongly supported. We'll get into some subtleties later in the course, but they're functionally the same thing. If everything you just read in the stimulus is true, which one of the following answer choices would you bet your life is true? Which one would be supported as a conclusion if it were plugged into the argument as a conclusion? Notice how we're back to skill number three from our checklist. You're simply evaluating each of those answer choices and asking, if all of my premises were true, and you assume that they are, and I trusted the inference that I was drawing, would I now be confident, would I bet my life that their particular answer choice is a must-be-true statement? It's the exact same thing you're doing when you evaluate arguments. So in a way, even though you're dealing with a set of facts, the primary skill tested for on the LSAT when you're dealing with a set of facts is your ability to evaluate an argument. It's just that the individual answer choices are like hypothetical conclusions. Four of them are either going to be not necessarily true or must be false. They're all wrong answers. One of them is going to be a must be true answer choice. So to conclude, step one, when it's a set of facts, argument or set of facts. Step one, okay, set of facts, no conclusion. Step two, assuming we really understood what we just read, let's draw a reasonable inference. Step three, compare that inference to the individual answer choices. You follow that template, you're going to dramatically increase your score on must be true and most strongly supported question stems.